Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Another week, another show. After a week hiatus for Brian's vacation of travels around the state of Connecticut, we are back.
Yes, we are.
After Brian's vacation, and we're going to be back for a couple weeks.
No.
This week, next week, and then we're off again for another week.
Are we?
Yeah, next week we're here.
Yep, and then we're going to be on Zoom.
Then we're yes, then we're on Zoom. Yeah, so we're not going to be skipping any more.
Because that's what I was saying. I thought this was supposed to be Zoom, then
no,
show,
it's the end of the
then
month Zoom. That's right.
It's part of that. I have the information. July 22nd, we'll be in studio. July 29th, which we're going to be doing our Summer Slam predictions.
That's right. That's what it is.
Mark said it's okay that we do Zoom.
Yes, because I'll be on vacation that week.
He'll be on vacation that week.
Yes. But we're not leaving until Tuesday. So.
Okay. So we're going to do our
Claire's
Summer
still
Slam
working
predictions
I am
on
not.
Monday.
Yeah.
Through Zoom. So we're not going to skip anything.
I'm taking on vacation starting next Tuesday because next week's crazy.
We got Blink on Wednesday.
Blink on Wednesday and then Deadpool on Thursday. Yes.
Very excited. And the Blink show is at 8 o'clock, so we don't have to leave until like 5.
I'm an old
5
man.
or 6. We can get dinner and go.
It's a good thing I'm driving because you're going to be sleeping halfway through that set.
There's
I'm going to be pumped.
It starts at 8.
Starts at 8.
Doors open at 7, starts at 8.
It just says starts at 8.
Yeah, so doors
That's
open.
all.
Doors open at 7.
Yeah, I like to be there when doors open, so
Yeah.
because I want to get in the merch booth.
Yeah.
You know what?
Hey.
I'm going to be.
The Wolfpack realized people are old. Their Saturday games start at 6 now.
Yeah, I just things that start at 8 o'clock now. It's just like ugh.
When did you turn into this person? You used to
Recently.
mock me. You used to mock me. Oh,
It's
Brian,
not so much that
Brian can't stay awake, and it's like now listen to you. You're turning into me.
It's not even the point. It's not even like I'm like gonna be tired. It's just the thing of dealing with waiting until 8 o'clock at night, and then by the time it ends, it's 11, and then the traffic and everything, and then
but
getting
we're in
out of there will
Hartford.
be home by like you will be home by midnight because I'll be dropping you off. But then I have another half-hour drive home after that, so it means I'm not getting home till 1, roughly.
It won't. I don't think you'll be home by 1. I think, honestly, if it starts at 8, it'll be done by 10:30, or maybe, I think 10:30 tops. I believe.
It's not even like I need to be in bed. I just want to like be home.
You'll be
I just rather just not be doing things.
Well, anyway,
People are stupid.
I understand. Well, hey, it'll be a good time.
Yes, they are.
Yes,
Yeah, it'll be a good
especially at nighttime.
time. Yeah.
Blinking lights mean stop.
Yes, blinking lights mean stop.
Yes. All right. Before we get into it,
Yes.
we've already jumped into housekeeping a little bit,
We
but
have.
the next big show, which is happening very soon, it's going to be happening July 28th, Sunday,
Mariah's birthday.
Mariah's birthday.
Should be the big 30.
Now, but she's celebrating it this Sunday.
Sunday, yes.
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 Manchester Comic and Toy Convention, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. at the Army Navy Club, 1090 Main Street, Manchester, Connecticut.
Yes.
You're going to have the creator of Enclave Role Playing will be there. Burning Star Comics will be there. And the one, the only, Matt Ryan from Free Lunch Studios will be there.
Yes. The father of Brenda. Yes. I was going to say his
And
actual
Bad
daughter's
Elf?
name got stuck in my head. And I was
The
like,
other thing,
that's
Bad
not the
Elf,
name of the
too?
book. And he works for Bad Elf. He doesn't promote that
Yeah,
so
but
much.
Bad Elf, he's not representing Bad
He's not
Elf.
representing Bad Elf. Even though he'll probably have 9,000 things to talk about Bad Elf, but he won't be working for Bad Elf.
So
I think Cliff's going with him for that show. So
cool. It should be a great show. Of course, there's cosplay contests, and it's a packed one.
yes.
The summer one is packed.
Yeah.
Come one, come all. It's going to be a great time.
Yeah. Andrew
Very
puts on a good
excited.
show.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one. With that all being said, today we are going to be doing our results from Money in the Bank.
Yes,
A
even though it
lot
happened
of-
a couple weeks ago,
a
we have
lot
not
of-
got a chance to talk about it
Well,
yet, so
it's
we're
been
going
a
to hit on
week.
it now.
I was on vacation.
Yes.
Also, a lot has happened in the world of wrestling, which we will talk about.
Yes.
Also, in the world of movies and shows, we did have a trailer for Agatha All Along.
Yes.
Also, Captain America: Brave New World, which we'll talk about today.
Which has Seth Rollins in it.
Seth Rollins?
He's playing one of the villains.
Yes, he is.
Captain America?
Yes.
Yep.
I didn't see him in the trailer.
He's
He's
not
in the
trailer.
he's in the cast.
Oh. All right, we'll save it.
Yeah.
Save it. Also, we will briefly give our dour thoughts about the Star Wars show that is on TV. It is there. It's depressing.
Happens.
But before we jump into all of that, Mark, how was your week? We didn't have a show, so what have you been up to? What have you been watching?
Just been playing Fallout.
You got to be getting close to the end game.
I'm not really. No.
No?
I don't think so.
You're just off?
I haven't gotten into the glowing sea yet.
You still haven't gone?
No.
You got to go.
I'm doing all the Minuteman things.
Oh, all right. I see what you're doing.
So I did this Somerville one, and then he got sent to another place, and then so just kind of like it's there.
You're preparing yourself.
I'm preparing myself.
Yes, it does. Once you can get there, you get a fast travel point. So then you don't have to walk through it every time.
Yeah.
Because walking through it stinks.
Yeah.
It's going to eat up resources.
Yeah.
Obviously. But it does open up the world,
Yeah.
and
I did
it does
grab a new power suit recently, so that seems to have more radiation protection.
That's what you need.
So I got like a 60, like a T60.
Right. You need something a little bit more oomph behind it.
Yeah. I feel like I had a Hellfire suit for a second. I didn't know what it was at the time, so I threw it away.
Oh, isn't that the worst?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like a random encounter on the side of the road kind of thing.
Yeah.
It was like, you can't carry this. It's like, oh, man. And Piper couldn't carry it, so can't give it to her. So if I had Nick Valentine, he could have carried it.
Yeah.
But
Our buddy Nick Valentine.
yeah.
I've been like really going down the rabbit hole in GM mode on WWE 2K. I want to restart it because
Now you know what you're doing?
now I'm watching the show and I see how they implemented GM mode, and I see how when you watch Raw or SmackDown, and I'm like, I'm restarting it. But also, I've been falling in love with the hit. You play the historical matches through all the WrestleManias and stuff. Wednesday night we got home from doing stuff, and I played for like 2 hours. I couldn't stop. It was so much fun. And you can unlock things by doing certain moves.
Yeah.
Or you can just, if you win the match, you move on to the next thing. And it's so cool going through the history.
Yeah.
And they show you real life, like the actual match. And then it will go to the video game and you play the match. And I'm like, oh my God, I remember this. I remember that.
Wow. Member berries.
Yes, it's so much fun. I love it
They
a
took
lot.
that from hockey.
Yes.
The NHL games used to be that way.
All the games do that. Madden has that. They all have
I
that.
haven't played a sports game
Sports games all have that.
in a long time. But anyway, I love it in GM mode. Man, like I'm going to reset because I screwed myself with my first GM mode.
Well,
like, I'm starting scratch.
it happens.
Starting fresh.
You're
But,
learning.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Besides, I haven't been doing anything else. But
Just
what have you
fun.
been up to, Brian? How was your vacation?
Well, I was just going into the video game thing.
oh,
Sorry.
gotcha.
Well, you have watched The Bear. You're in the
I have. We're about 6 episodes in.
Okay. We finished it. We watched it in one day. We literally watched the whole thing up until the final episode, and it was like 11 o'clock at night. And I was just like, I can't do it. I'm going to fall asleep. I want to enjoy
So the
this.
thing is, like, Claire can do like 2 or 3 of them. I don't know if it's besides getting tired because we start watching them like late at night.
Yes,
like 7.
I'm the same way.
But also, I think she gets stressed from the show.
Yes.
Because she gets like
Yes.
PTSD from back when she
Yes.
used to be a chef.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of that too.
Yeah. I think this season is amazing.
Yeah.
I'll save it for next week. We'll talk once you finish it. But I absolutely loved it. The acting is superb.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fantastic. It's a fantastic show. I think the cast, the writing, the way it's filmed. I think the soundtrack is absolutely on fire this season.
Yes.
But we'll put a pin in this and talk about next week.
Yeah.
I don't want to ruin anything for you. But The Bear, highly recommend. I know The Boys finally ends this week, so Allison and me are going to jump into The Boys this weekend. I'm very excited to start watching that.
Yes. I'm excited to see what everyone's bad opinion is and why they're dumb. Their opinions are dumb. That's what I'm excited for.
Well, my opinion is this.
Because I've heard people even say like the Bear season isn't that great, and I'm like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, totally disagree with that.
But these are also probably the same people who think Acolyte's good, so who knows?
Here's my opinion. The Boys, you can't really say it's been a good or bad season until it's over. Like, you got to see the whole thing,
Well, I
the
mean,
whole
you
picture.
can.
You can, but you have to see
Just you
how
would have the
you
full
can say
picture.
the full picture. But this is how I see it. The Boys, up to this point, has always been consistently good, and I've enjoyed every season. I will go into the season. I think there was a lot of controversy when it first came out because there was a lot of people on the other side of the aisle
People
realized that
realizing they're being
Homelander
made fun of.
was
Yes.
they were actually making fun of them.
Yes.
And I think there was a little pushback there.
Yeah.
Other than that, it could be a slow season.
So you're
because-
saying this, even though this is what we do for the show, is basically do what you're saying we shouldn't do. Is talk about shows before their season ends and saying how good or bad they are during the season.
No, let me clarify. What I'm saying is...
Because we're going to be in like 15, 20 minutes talking about how bad the Acolyte
This thing
is before the
sucks!
season ends.
All right. Here's the other thing. I have not watched 1 minute of The Boys, so I cannot give an opinion.
Well, I understand that.
People can say it's a slower season, or maybe it's just not as good, and that's their opinion. They absolutely can. But in my opinion, it's for a show that's always been good.
So it has to be a show that's good
But if
and has other seasons first.
I think if you have credibility going into it, your expectations are higher. If you're going into something you know nothing about, and it kind of you're kind of like, oh,
I feel like you're trying to
God.
paint yourself out of a corner here.
No,
But that's fine.
No. Also,
fine.
not every show is going to have every season be amazing. I also feel like The Boys next season is going to be the last. They've already announced it. I'm almost.
Well, I mean, the book ends after a while. You can't keep going. And
Well,
going
they've
here.
kind of gone off the book.
Yeah, but I mean,
but I kind of feel like The Boys might be playing it safe this season because next season they're going to maybe go all in. I don't know. I haven't.
How
seen
much more all in can they go?
I haven't seen a minute of it, so I'm
Jeez.
excited to watch it. Let me clarify what I'm saying is when you have an established show that's been going on for years, I think it's good to just give it to see how the whole thing plays out. A show that has no credibility, it's brand new. You're judging it based off that first episode.
Yeah.
And you can get halfway through and be like, man, this is just not for me. I think that's different.
I mean, technically, you could do that with
If
the boys.
if it's not engaging and you're not connected,
yeah.
You can do that
You
with
can
anything.
say-
You can do it with
you're
any
not
show.
connected,
Like
you're
you can
not
get into like a
engaged.
certain season of a show that you used to be a fan of, like
Yeah.
Walking Dead, so to speak,
Yes.
and then just be like halfway through, just be like, yeah, no, this isn't for me anymore.
Right. You can.
That was me.
Totally.
It can happen. It was to all three of us because all three of us jumped
I-
out.
I
Ryan
agree.
jumped out
Okay,
after
cool.
his
Once
favorite character died.
Once Glenn died, this show sucked.
You knew what happened in the book, anyways.
Also,
What do you think they were gonna do? Magically save him?
I think it's up to the individual because I feel like if you are like, this is not for me anymore, just stop watching it. It's not a big deal.
Individual rights. What are you talking about?
But
Not in America.
if you
what,
want to,
you mean people can't hate watch stuff and then just complain that it sucks and everything is
I'm
awful?
over hate watching. It's so boring.
That's what we're doing with Acolyte.
I don't know if I'm gonna finish it. Be honest with you.
Have to for the show.
I think I'm probably
We have
the
to
only
be
one
able.
who's
We have
watching
to finish it so we can grade it. That's all we have to do.
Am I literally
such
the
a
only
chore.
I'm
person
having to
that's
finish it
watching
for the show.
going,
You have to
"Cool"?
finish it for the show.
All right.
I have a feeling I'm the only person that's watching it going, it's okay.
You probably are. Out of all the
Maybe.
people in America.
And I am jealous of you, Josh.
Yes.
I'm happy for
If
you.
we had that naivete that you have, Josh, that we could just let things happen
it's
like
not
that.
great, but it's not. It's
not
it's
great.
It's not. Yeah. That's what there's really
it's not
nothing
good for
good.
me. It's not
but
for
it's-
me. The
it's
show
fun
is
to
not for
watch.
me. It's not for me.
I
all right.
guess.
Anyway,
We'll talk
all
more
I'm
about
saying
that.
is
Just a few.
I think every person, yes, you can judge a show
Yeah,
however you want to
whichever.
judge it. For me personally, I think if a show has I've already been invested for season after season,
Yeah.
I like to give it a shot. If it's a show that I know I have no investment in,
Yes.
and it is poo-poo, I will
Gotcha.
jump out or not finish it. I don't.
Gotcha.
I'm not. So
Understood.
that's all I'm saying.
But you're
That's
also
all
not
I'm
a
saying.
person that's going to tell people they're idiots for watching something.
Yes.
No,
That's the thing I can't stand.
I think Every show is meant for somebody, and if just because I don't like it and someone else does, that's awesome. I'm jealous. I want all Star Wars shows to be great, but they're not all
Not
for
everything's
me.
gonna be great.
Not everything's going to be great.
No, not everyone bats 1,000.
Right.
Yeah, you're not
All right.
watching the kids show too, so it's like
Let's.
that's made for the kids.
Speaking of that, besides just moving on the topics here,
I don't even know what topic we're on. We went off the rails. We're off the rails.
your vacation. What'd you do? Anything fun?
What didn't we do?
I'm assuming a lot of things.
We did a lot of things. Literally every day of the week we did something, except for Wednesday, which we watched the Bear.
Yeah.
And went to Keene, New Hampshire for the day. Went to Rocky Neck.
How
for
was
the
that?
day.
Your first visit to Bull Moose, even though it wasn't.
No, it wasn't.
Wait,
we actually
Keene?
been there before.
You've been to one in Maine. I took you to one.
There's a Bull Moose. Yeah, we went to Bull Moose.
Took you to
in Maine.
multiples, even though you don't remember them.
I don't remember.
The
Bull
one in
Moose-
Portland
Bull Moose
was a
was
Bull
the-
Moose.
It was. There's also one
There's
in
one
Waterville.
in Waterville. I took you to as well.
It's the DVDs. It's like
Okay,
a Newberry,
okay.
but not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe we went to the one in Portland.
We definitely went to the one in Portland. It was
We
in the
definitely
basement.
went to the one in Portland.
Okay.
It was there was a comic book store. Casablanca Comics was on the second floor.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
We had the pizza place on the other end of the floor that
Mark,
we were on.
I couldn't tell you what I had for breakfast 9 years ago. How am I going to remember
Well,
this?
don't make
Anyway.
up blanket statements like I never went to these before, and it's like you've been to it multiple times.
No, I'm saying Keene, New Hampshire.
No, I'm saying Bull Mooses.
Okay. We went to Keene, New Hampshire,
Yes.
and Allison, reminding me, she's like, we've been to Keene, New Hampshire.
I know you. That's the other thing I was gonna say. You've been there before.
Well, we went for the Pumpkin Fest
Yes.
years and years and years ago.
Yes.
That's
But I
right.
didn't-
That's what I was gonna say. Is I remember you talking
Yes.
about that.
But I didn't recognize it because there was no pumpkins everywhere.
Well, no, because it's August, Brian, or July.
Yeah. But
They don't
we,
put the pumpkins out all year round.
we didn't even make it to the main street because we went to all these little places off the thing. And
Yeah.
it was really a fun afternoon. And I kept saying the whole time, I want to move here. I want to move here.
You think that, and then you get up there and you don't want to move there.
When I left, I was like, oh man, it'd be so cool to move there. But obviously we're not.
Yes.
But I loved it. And I was like, man, I can't wait to go again.
I
But
good
used
for
to
your
go there
dime.
all the time.
You could live for your die up there.
yes.
We also used to go there all the time.
We did. Yes.
Then we went Rocky Neck, went to Keene, went to Northampton. I don't know. We literally every day we did something. We just had a great time, and it was just nice because Allison hasn't had a real vacation since last year.
That's how vacation usually work.
Yeah,
saying.
but I'm just saying
Most people don't get more than one vacation a year.
some people do.
Those are
You get Christmas
those are
vacation.
fancy people.
Christmas vacation.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I have a longer Christmas vacation than she does, unfortunately. So
Well, it's the
um.
nature of the beast, as they say.
All I'm saying, oh my God, it's like pulling teeth. She hasn't had a proper vacation since last year.
Yes.
Christmas vacation not counting, even though I had more days off than her. So it was
Stop quoting, Brian.
really nice for her because
Yes.
her job is very stressful. That's
Yeah.
what I was trying to get across.
Gotcha.
Oh my Lord.
That's good. Glad you guys had a good time.
Yes. So we had a great time. And my God, it is hot. Like,
I was gonna say you probably picked the hottest week of the year to go travel around in.
what are you going to do? It's hot this week. It's hot every week.
It's supposed to break like tomorrow or something.
Thursday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For like 2 days.
Yeah,
Hey,
for 2
we'll
days,
take
and
it.
it's going to be humid again.
We'll take it.
But anyway, we had a perfect beach day. We went to Rocky Neck, and we went to the Book Barn, which we love the Book
Yes.
Barn. And yeah, just good time. It's good to be
Yeah.
back. It's good to be back doing the show, and
Yeah.
just been busy. Obviously, we missed D&D. Oh, we did go to the 4th of July. We went Friday night.
Yeah. I was there Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah, thank you again for the tickets there.
No problem.
We got to see Dookie, the Green Day cover band.
Yes.
And then Josh Enemy's Foo Fighters
Foo Fighters.
with a Z.
The Foo Fighters.
It's like it's like that's how they should have
Christopher
had
Walken. They
Christopher
should have had
Walken
Christopher
announce
Walken.
Foo
Fighters.
Fighters.
That's how they should say it.
Yeah. Foo Fighters.
The Foo Fighters.
So we went to that. That was cool. So we got to partake in that little area and
Yeah.
watch the band. And it was hot out, but they
Yeah.
were good. Foo Fighters
Foo
put
Fighters.
on a great show.
Yeah,
Josh really likes to get the crowd going,
as he does.
as the crowd was very sparse.
Yes.
Dookie, you know what? They did great.
Yeah.
They did.
It's Friday night. It's always a tough get.
Oh, it was tough. I don't know
Yeah.
how the crowd was on Saturday.
I was not there when the time bands were on stage.
You were just in their little cubby.
Well, I was there till
What day
about,
did it rain?
Friday.
Was it Friday?
It rained for the Deep Purple cover band.
Yeah.
When we left, it started sprinkling.
Yeah. So
But
I
it
think
wasn't.
that-
It was fine up until then.
Yeah. And then Saturday morning it rained, so
Yeah.
they pushed back the parade an hour. So that kind of threw things off. Yeah, I was there till about 4 on Saturday, and it was gross.
Yeah, it was a gross day.
Like I got home and I feel like I'd like gained 5 pounds of sweat, if not more than that. Like I was just like heavy.
Yeah, yeah.
You get to that gross sweat.
We had a
feel.
nasty thunderstorm in when we were in Maine, New Hampshire. Sorry,
Yeah.
New Hampshire that afternoon. It
Yeah.
was like massive downpour. I don't know
Yeah.
if Connecticut got anything.
I don't
like
remember
that.
us getting anything too crazy.
No.
Sunday, same, just really warm. Sunday wasn't as bad as Saturday, less humid,
Yeah,
but still warm.
still warm.
Yeah.
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 The town green. It happens.
It
It
happens.
was good. We haven't gone in years. It
Yeah.
was the first time being there in a long time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
No, I talked to a lot of people while I was there.
that's good.
Got a lot of nonprofit connections and stuff. So,
Cool.
yeah. So that should turn up some stuff,
Nice.
hopefully.
And obviously we missed Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
But we'll be back in August.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
We're playing right now, supposedly, in our chat.
You know,
And I'm
last
not able
night,
to keep up with it.
Me
so.
neither. Last night was the first time I really got to
Yeah.
look.
Bobby's been on vacation, as same as you were last week. So it was like, John's explaining things, and I'm like, I don't understand anything you're saying.
I get it, dude. I
The
look
words
at
coming out
it.
of your mouth do not compute with my brain.
I'm like, what is going on?
Yeah.
Yeah. Same right now. Same.
Yeah.
My brain, like, man, I got other thing. I gotta get worried. I gotta get back with work and all that.
Speaking
stuff.
of 80s references,
Yeah.
I watched the Beverly Hills Cop movie on the Netflix.
Oh, how was it?
It's really good.
Yeah,
If you're a
That's-
Beverly Hills Cop fan, it's worth watching.
that's amazing. That
Yeah.
Netflix put out a good movie.
Yeah.
They
I
usually
guess
don't.
people
Yeah.
said the only complaint was that he didn't bring back the laugh, but he has retired the laugh.
Yes. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I guess that's the only complaint.
Yeah.
I mean, does he really need to do the laugh?
No. No. It was very well done. Yeah.
Nice. That's good to hear.
Yeah.
But that's about it, Marcus.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about the bear next week. I'm glad that when I get Netflix, I'll check it out.
Yeah. We had quite the adventurous weekend in our family.
Yeah.
As you know, Kylie got in a car accident on Friday night.
No.
Oh, I thought I told you this.
No.
Yeah. Up on Route 5. She was driving my dad's.
That was the red light reference.
Yeah. She was driving my dad's car, and someone jumped a red light, a blinking red light.
Do you
And
know Fro Road?
Is this something we can talk about on the podcast?
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. It
Right,
happened.
but you know Route 5 where the bridge is to Suffield?
Yes.
You know that it's got one way down and one way up?
Yes.
Yeah. Someone was coming
Someone
up
cleared the ramp towards 91.
Yeah, it was like basically in the middle of like jumping
Oh,
it.
In
and
front
she
of
hit
Kylie.
them as she was driving.
she okay?
She's fine.
Car totaled?
Car's gone.
Yes, car's
Yeah.
gone.
Jeez.
Yeah. So.
That sucks.
Yeah.
No, I didn't know. You didn't tell me.
Oh.
You just
I
told
thought
me
I did.
about Mariah's thing this Sunday.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah.
Ah.
So that happened Friday night. Saturday we went to
Cousins.
our cousin Monica's getting married.
Oh, wow.
So we went to their engagement party
Wow.
at my aunt and uncle's house, but they weren't there. They were in Florida still,
Celebrating their anniversary.
celebrating their anniversary. So, yeah. So that was interesting. So that was a good time. Then Claire and I, because we left a little early because Kylie wasn't feeling great,
Mm-hmm.
so we all decided to take off at the same time.
Also, Claire's got a broken foot.
And Claire's recovering from a broken foot still. So
You did tell us about that.
yeah. So we decided to take off, and then Claire's like, I hadn't eaten dinner, so we should figure out dinner because we were planning on eating there.
Yeah.
But the way things just worked out didn't work out. So we ended up going to, I don't remember the name of the place. It's a brewery in Ludlow.
Mm-hmm.
Vanishing Point. Vanishing Point.
Yeah, you posted it. I did
Yes.
see that post.
Yeah, we went there. First time going there.
Yeah.
The food was really good. It's a barbecue place,
Yeah.
and they have like pizzas as well. But yeah, the barbecue was really good
Nice.
and not like crazy expensive either, which is
That's the plus.
The
a
pictures looked good.
Yeah. No, I got the barbecue fiesta.
Ooh.
Yeah. Pulled pork, brisket, and ribs.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was. Oof. Yeah. But no, it was really good. So we did that Saturday night, and then yesterday we just hung out. And then since we were watching The Bear, when we watch The Bear, Claire gets adventurous with cooking. So I was like, we were just lazy. We didn't want to do anything. So like, let's do deli sandwiches. So we haven't done that in forever. And I just didn't feel like doing anything either. So
Yeah.
but she likes to. Then she was like, okay, well, I want to get Asian mayonnaise, and I want to get like certain cheese, and I'm gonna make a ham and cheese sandwich where I'm gonna melt the cheese. And she's like concocting this sandwich.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, whatever makes you happy.
Supportive husband.
Well,
over
it's just
here.
she gets really into it, and it's like it's just hilarious to watch her. Like she's like got the cheese. She's like getting into like making a sandwich, and I'm like, it's just a sandwich. Just put the meat and the stuff on the bun, and let's go.
She needs to talk to Kylie because I guess Kylie went to the Pickle Fest.
She was gonna call Kaya last
And
night.
I guess-
but she just
but-
by the time she thought about it, it was already like 8:30, and she didn't want to bug her. So
Yeah.
she was gonna give her a heads up, give her a shout today, because Kylie did go to the pickle festival yesterday.
Where was that?
Hebron? No,
Hebron?
Berlin.
Berlin.
Oh.
Yeah.
But I guess Kylie had a pickle brined ham sandwich,
Yeah. Claire was.
and I was like,
yeah.
Wow.
"Oh God!"
Yeah.
That sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
I guess they also had like a bunch of like hot pickles, regular pickles. It was just
Claire got the fresh pickles from the brewery, and
Yeah.
she said they were some of the best pickles she's had in a long time.
Wow.
I was because when you brought up the brewery, I was like, "Oh,
Yeah.
she had the pickles." I wonder.
Then she made me buy her pickles yesterday, and I got back home and I looked in the refrigerator, and there's a whole another thing of pickles in there. And I'm like,
Oh, that
"We
sounds
have-
familiar, doesn't it, Mark?
How much pickles do you need for one sandwich?" She's like, "They're not in there." I'm like, "Yes, they are."
You gotta have all the pickles, Mark.
So I was talking to her on the phone while we were at the store, and I'm like, "You have pickles?" She's like, "No, I don't." I'm like, "Okay." Get back home, open the door of the refrigerator, look right in the refrigerator, pull them out. She's like, "Well, I didn't look there." I was like, "Literally
Mark, remember the outside fridge with Kylie?
in the refrigerator."
Remember the outside fridge with Kylie? She bought those Texas pickles one
Yes.
day at the farmer's market, then bought them again the next week.
Yes, they're very similar.
Hey, pickles are awesome. I love pickles too. I'm a pickle guy.
I don't get it.
I have spicy pickles. I have sweet. I love sweet pickles.
Have you had pickle chips?
Yeah, pickle chips are amazing.
The regular pickle chips and then the fried pickles.
Well, I don't
fried
do
pickles with
fried.
ranch
I
is
don't do
good.
fried pickles.
Fried pickles is great.
Nope.
Um,
Give me a cucumber, and I'm happy.
oh,
Pickle that
cucumbers are-
cucumber. I do not want to touch it.
Cucumbers are
Mark
boring.
wants cucumber in a bowl with a little bit of sugar and vinegar.
Yes.
And he'll be happy.
To which Claire says, that's just lightly pickled cucumbers. I'm like,
Yep.
You know what it is? It's something I like, so leave it alone. My mom used to make it, and I love it. So stop.
Man,
Don't put
Tell
any
me how
onions
I
in
like
it,
my
just
pickles.
the
You'll
cucumbers.
tell me about my pickles.
you mean cucumbers?
That's
You don't-
right.
You don't like pickles?
I don't. But I like cucumbers.
It's getting intense in here, guys. It's getting intense.
Now let's talk about the Acolyte.
All right. Well, before we get into that,
Talk about getting tense.
Captain America: Brave New World trailer dropped.
Yes.
My first reaction was, man, I really like the down to earth feel. This feels like not Civil War.
Winter Soldier.
Yes, it's got that feel, and I kind of feel like they need to bring it that direction. We did get a nice little glimpse of the Red Hulk.
I dislike that.
Why?
I don't want to see it.
It was literally a split
Still.
second.
Everyone knew it was going to be in there.
Yeah, everybody knew. They've already ruined.
Hold it back.
We got it for a split second. Anyway.
You know what the thing, now this is just a thing I've noticed, because I'm married to Claire, who's into the MCU and watches all the movies,
Yeah.
but is not as into it as say you and I are.
Yeah.
Her first thing was, who is Harrison Ford playing and why is he in this movie?
Well, he's taking over a role.
So I had to go through explaining
Yeah.
that whole process.
It's not that hard. He died.
Well, because he doesn't have the mustache either.
Yeah, he doesn't look like the first two guys.
So they had to. When she said that,
Yeah.
she's like, "When did they?" Because I explained it to her before we watched it. Like after she'd seen the trailer, then I explained it to her. She's like, "Oh, well, that makes sense now that they threw that into the trailer."
Yeah.
Because now they're being like, "No, this guy is this guy now." So everyone good? Basically.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it
Well,
looked good.
Wasn't it originally Sam Elliott or something?
Sam Elliott was in the very first.
Was in the
Hulk
Eric
movies.
Bana one, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. He was Thunderbolt Ross.
He
in
was
that one.
Thunderbolt Ross in the first one. Then you had the
Then
last
William
guy.
Hurt did it
and he
in the
passed
other
away.
ones. Yep.
Now it's Harrison Ford.
Correct.
Um,
I'd have been happy with Sam Elliott coming back.
That would have been cool.
He's my facial hair like mentor. Like I wish to someday have facial hair like Sam Elliott does.
Him and Tom Selleck, who played brothers in the
Mustache?
movie.
And his voice, like
well,
voice
yes, he's
and
got a good
facial
voice.
hair.
He's got a good voice.
His whole, I like the cut of his jib, if you know what I mean.
Yes, I know what you mean.
Oh, and I looked it up. Seth Rollins, Colby Lopez,
Yes.
is not credited with a part because he's secret.
Yes.
So then, how do you know?
Because he's listed on
posted
the
it on
IMDb and Marvel
Yes.
Wiki as playing a character, but no
Yes.
one knows who.
Okay.
And the WWE actually said it when he was away. That he wasn't actually hurt. He actually just
Yeah,
left.
that was the other reason why he was
Because
away
they
from
said that
WWE.
he was off the show to film a part in Captain America: Brave New World.
I've only heard them
And he
talk
posted
about
things on-
Roman Reigns making a movie.
Well, this was a while ago. This is like
Because
2 years ago. It might have been before you even started watching the wrestling.
Yeah, but the MCU is very secretive, so I can't even imagine they would.
They want
allow
to
them
promote
say
it.
anything.
They were promoting it.
Yeah, but the movie wasn't even announced.
No, it was when the
No,
movie
they-
was in production, Brian.
It was in production.
It was in
yeah.
production.
All right. Okay.
They promote. He posted pictures of him
Yeah.
on set and everything with like
Because
Harrison
he's
Ford.
also he also promoted it as his actual name, Colby Lopez.
Yes, yeah.
Not Seth Rollins.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, that's news to me.
Yeah.
That is very. I will be very
He's
excited.
wearing like the pictures I've seen of his character though, very much like a Craven look. Not saying he is playing Craven,
No.
but a very much like
It almost looks like a
Heavy-
cross between
like
Craven
heavy-
and Crossbones.
yeah, very like heavy like geared fur, like looks like a villain of some sort.
Yeah, he's probably a henchman of some sort or a bodyguard. Because,
I think he's like a hide up henchman maybe.
Yeah. Espinoza.
He's probably
is
playing
the
something with
bad
him.
guy.
Probably connected with him somehow.
Yeah. That's awesome. That's cool. I did. Speaking
Esposito.
of Esposito. Espinoza. Who's Espinoza?
I don't know.
Oh, I'm thinking of Carla Espinoza from Scrubs.
There you go. That's your connection.
Oh, there you go.
Did you try to say Giancarlo Esposito as Juan Carlo?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I did.
Moff Gideon, if you will.
I highly recommend checking out Family Feud. Celebrity Family Feud just had Seth Rollins.
Random reference there.
Seth Rollins and up
The
against
WWE,
Becky
yeah.
Lynch.
The WWE.
It was
yeah.
great.
Men versus the women.
Yeah, it was good. I had Allison watch it too, and she's like, "Oh, I can watch that," because we watch game shows. But that was really good.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, it was the on you can watch it on YouTube. It's the edited version. So
Uncensored? You trying to look for it?
there's not much uncensoredness, but you actually see them do retakes.
The Netflix version.
They do retakes. They'll be like Steve Harvey, be like, "Can you say that again? You forgot to say that." And at the end, when they're all like clapping, none of the audience is clapping in sync, so
Yeah.
they have to do the whole thing again.
Yeah.
And Steve Harvey's just like, "Okay, guys, you need to clap in unison."
Yeah.
And then they're all clapping. There's no music playing.
Yeah.
Everybody's clapping and everybody's
Yeah, they
dancing.
put the music in afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Please clap.
The music did play the first time,
Yeah.
but nobody clapped correctly.
Yeah.
So then they redid it with no
Gotcha.
music. But it was kind of cool to see behind the scenes a little bit.
I was like when I went to see Who Wants to Be a Millionaire with Howie Mandel down in Danbury
Oh.
or Stanford, one of those two. Stanford.
Usually
yeah.
they do it at the Mohegan or like one
No,
of
this
the
is way back
casinos.
when they first syndicated.
Oh.
They did them down at the NBC studios.
No, Deal or
in
No
Stanford.
Deal.
Deal or No Deal, yeah. Yeah.
Yes, that's what it
Yes, that's what it was. Thank you.
is. You saw that?
I did.
Was it good?
It was.
It was cool?
It was all right.
Yeah?
There's no Sally Jesse Raphael, but
Wait, what is?
what is? Speaking
you
of which,
ever go to
Dr.
the-
Ruth passed away.
Did you ever go to
Which
the...
a lot of people passed
or-
A
away.
lot of people passed away. It was
A
a bad
lot.
weekend for people to be alive.
Jesus.
There's like 8
Bad
people.
weekend for celebrities.
We've lost 8 people in like barely a
I'm
week.
sure we've lost more.
No,
which
like-
is sucks. For,
8
it's sad that
celebrity,
anyone
like-
passes away.
Right.
But this is a bad weekend
It's
to be a
called
celebrity.
inflation, guys.
This is a bad weekend to be a celebrity.
Usually the rule of threes, but with inflation, it's the
It's-
rule of sixes.
It's like 6 or 8 this week.
Lady from The Shining passed away.
Yes.
Doogie Howser's dad passed away.
Yeah.
Doogie Howser's dad passed away.
Yeah, Shelley Duvall.
Shelley
Ron
Duvall.
Simmons
Shelley
passed
Duvall.
away.
Yeah.
Richard Simmons.
Richard Simmons.
Richard Simmons.
Ron Simmons is the wrestler.
Oh, Shannon Doherty.
Shaden Doherty.
Yeah,
passed
sad.
away.
That was
Yeah.
sad with cancer.
Yeah.
All right,
It's like-
let's move on.
Yeah.
Jeez,
So
Louise,
many
let's look.
people.
We have an in memoriam play
Yeah,
back
yeah.
here. Another trailer dropped for an MCU show.
Yes.
Agatha All Along.
Yes.
Which is coming out this September, and I think the final episode is going to air the week of Halloween.
You are
which
correct,
was
sir.
very smart. on
2
their
episode premiere. September 18th, I believe. It's a
part.
Wednesday.
Yes. What are your feelings?
I'm excited for it. Like, Catherine Hahn and Aubrey Plaza playing witches. Yes, please.
I want that on my phone. I want when people call me. Yes, please.
Yes, please. I mean, can't go wrong there.
I hope we can.
I mean, it's Marvel, so it can go wrong. But I'm saying there's a good chance it won't.
I hope it's good. I really
It looks very,
have no expectations. on the show.
like I said to you right before the show, it looks very like old Evil Dead style.
Yeah, they had some moments that looked horror.
Yeah, there's gonna be a
which
lot
were
of. I'm
good.
assuming there's gonna be some horror stuff in it.
I hope so. I think it has some good things going for it. We have the people behind WandaVision. which-
That trailer
the
really
best.
looked.
Huh?
That trailer was really creepy in some parts.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, I think they're gonna have to lead into the creepy parts.
I want this to be good. I didn't really care for this character. It wasn't my favorite part, but the
You're
trailer
the only
like,
one, I think, because everyone else was like,
she was my least favorite part of the show.
she was the best part of the whole show.
Yeah, I was more invested with.
I know you're very much into the Wanda Maximoff Vision love story. I know.
You know it.
I
You
know.
know it.
You love yourself a good love story.
But Agatha all along, I'm like, I hope it's
You
good.
love.
I love love. I hope it's good. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, the trailer gave me hope that it could be good. Like I said, I think the WandaVision people behind it
Yeah.
gives me hope.
Yeah.
The Wanda stuff in the trailer looked really interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of feel like
And going back to
I have to watch it because if it's connected to WandaVision. But
yeah,
I just want it to be good. That's
Yeah.
all I want.
I think it's gonna be more of just it'd be cool to see if they're like the dead body that's in the trailer says Maximoff. I wonder if they're going to connect this back to Doctor Strange's movie, and that
She gets crushed.
I know, but I have a feeling that they're gonna connect
She
that
could
together,
have teleported.
where she has to she's bringing her back.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah,
We shall see.
yeah.
I hope it's good. I hope it's good. So that's something to look forward
'Cause I don't
to.
think the whole story is gonna be her breaking out of the spell. I think it's gonna be the very beginning of the show.
Yes.
Then the rest of it's going to be her journey.
Well, in the trailer, she gathers up some folks.
Yeah,
There's other
she's gonna
witches.
she's doing the witches trail or whatever. and
Yeah.
all that
Yeah. So I think
witch
you're right.
road or whatever it is.
Yeah. So hey,
Restarting the coven.
Yeah, so I think there's a whole thing.
as
So,
long as it could be well written, I'll be happy. Guy.
Yeah.
I'll be happy guy.
yeah.
It's,
Back to Brave New World though.
Yeah.
Besides all that stuff that we talked about,
Oh, we didn't even talk about it.
I know you just blew over it.
No, you guys went on a tangent. Then we talk about dead people. I don't know what's going on.
Well, it happens. Well, because William Hurt. So we're talking. That's how it got to there.
Oh my lord.
But no, Brave New World. They're gonna introduce the new Falcon.
yeah. I
I saw him a
heard.
little bit in the trailer.
Yes.
Also, I like how they changed the suit away from the white.
Mm.
I wasn't a fan of the white.
The-
The blue. The blue's nice.
Yes.
Wasn't the Falcon introduced in the Falcon Winter Soldier show?
No.
Yes.
Might have
Yeah.
been for a microsecond.
No, yeah, he
but
Yes.
not.
At
He
the
was
very last
established, but he
episode.
wasn't.
Oh, was it the last episode?
Yeah,
I know,
he
it
was
so long ago.
he
Well, he
donned
was
the suit in the last
established, but not
episode.
actually the
no,
Falcon.
Falcon does. Don's he's talking about is the new Falcon in
Oh.
Falcon Winter Soldier.
No.
I don't think so.
No,
it might have been in one
I'm not
episode.
saying-
like
I'm
not
really
saying
quickly.
the Falcon. I'm saying the character.
The new
No.
guy
The
that's
guy
taking
who's
over.
playing it was
No.
Yes, he was the guy that Anthony Mackie was talking to. That was when they're in the investigation. It's that guy.
Okay.
The character.
Sure.
I don't
I'm saying
remember.
the character who is the new Falcon
Yeah.
Yes.
is established in the show.
Okay.
We say so.
I believe you.
like how they're connecting it to the show by having the other Captain America serumed guy
yes.
be like the beginning of the reasoning why this is all starting kind of thing.
Right.
So that's going to be interesting.
Oh,
Yeah.
Bradley.
Yes.
Bradley Cooper.
Bradley Cooper.
It's
Rocket
amazing.
Raccoon is going to be in it.
Anyway, it does look
Isaiah
good.
No, it does look
Bradley.
good. Looks
It
very,
does.
like you said, I like the fact that it's more of a grounded
Right.
His name was
storyline.
Isaiah Bradley.
Yes.
And it comes out in February, if I'm not
Comes
mistaken.
out February 14th.
Yes.
Claire's birthday.
Wow. Oh, jeez.
Yes. I get Beetlejuice on my birthday. She gets Captain America on hers.
Nice. Nice.
So I said,
I'm excited for Beetlejuice.
I am
I'll
as well.
tell you, I'm
I am.
excited for that.
I am.
But
But no, it looks good. They
Yeah.
do get the Red Hulk thing at the very end.
yeah, it's no problem.
Yeah. To which Claire's again was like, why is there Red Hulk? What is Red Hulk about? Like, what is this?
You'll find out.
So then you have to go into explaining it.
Well, the
So-
movie will explain it. This is the first time we're getting Red Hulk.
Yeah, I know. I said it's probably going to be there's something where he's going to get like shot multiple times and then he just turns into Red Hulk. But he's been Red Hulk this whole time. But
It's been Red Hulk this whole time.
he's been Red Hulk this whole
Whole
time. It's
like
been Red Hulk all along.
Well, then that's the other thing is like,
Then he
does
gets a
that
Marvel
mean you
show.
have to go back and watch the other Hulk movies?
I don't think you have to see the other Hulk movies.
No.
Would it,
I think
it,
if
would,
you're-
it might help.
If you're up to date, you're probably fine.
I think you'd be good just like watching a YouTube video. I don't think you have to watch the movies
Yeah.
because they all jumped all over the place because they told the same story twice, like multiple times.
Yeah. There's only one Hulk movie that's connected to the MCU. That's with Edward Norton.
Yes.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's
the
all
only
you
one.
need to know.
Yeah.
That's what I mean is they're bringing in characters that were in.
I know. They
That's
do
a
that
weird
too. They
thing.
bring in characters from the other Hulk movies that aren't connected to the Marvel universe,
Yeah.
and that's when it gets kind of
That's what I mean. Is that's what they're doing.
little weird. Like Timothy Blake Nelson's going to be in it. He's playing the leader.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
he was not in.
Yeah, the guy from Oh Brother.
But he was not in the Edward Norton one, right? He was in the.
No, he was in the Eric Bana one.
But he's playing that same character that he was in the Eric Bana one. So that's what Josh is saying, that they're bringing
Oh.
characters from outside of the.
Are they playing with timelines then?
That's what we don't know.
We don't know.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, because
Or they're saying like these
no,
movies
let me check.
were in there, but not in the same thing.
I don't think this is a multiverse movie.
No, it's not.
So then,
But he's
how-
playing the character that he was in
how do we know this from that trailer?
because it's in the thing that they've talked about the movie that he's playing the leader.
It's also in IMDb.
Yeah, that he's playing a leader.
But is he playing the exact same character?
It
from
says
the...
he's playing the same name and character.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, maybe it's just one of those.
Like they brought
things.
in what's his face who played Abomination.
Tim Roth,
But again,
but he was
that
in
doesn't-
Abomination in the Edward Norton one, which is part of the MCU.
Yeah.
But again, that's what I mean is like
And
because
Liv
you
Tyler's in
have
this one too.
the multiverse stuff, this stuff can happen now.
Yeah.
It's not saying it's a multiverse,
jumping
character,
movie, but it could be
but
someone
it could
that
be
came
because
across
of the
because
multiverse
yeah,
happened.
Yeah,
that
people
he's
got
able
left
to
behind.
slide in. Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
Well, we will find out more when it comes to Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yes.
Then
That's
that's the other thing is Deadpool Wolverine could make stuff even worse because he's trying
More
to save his
timey-wimey.
universe. So he could be taking people from other universes and we get TVA'd.
It's next Thursday.
I know. I'm pumped.
Yeah.
I can't wrap my mind around it.
There's years flying by.
I've been waiting for this movie for so long. It's like it feels weird that it's almost here.
I know. Well, yeah. Ever
That's the
since
thing is
Super Bowl,
it's
they
been
announced
flying by, but it's also not been flying by. It feels
I don't
like
want to get
that
too excited
weird-
for it because I want to like set my expectations too high.
the reactions have been fantastic.
I know. I'm trying not to see anything. I'm trying
Oh.
very hard. This is the first time I'm doing this. But with this movie, I don't want to be anything. Like I don't want to learn any of the cameos.
Oh, I haven't watched any of the
don't learn-
trailers
I already like
beyond
I'm
the one
already
we've
like
seen.
annoyed that I know that who the bald characters supposedly is. I'm not happy about that.
Who are you? Because you used to be
Just for this movie.
You used to be opposite.
Usually I don't care about this, but for this movie, I don't want to know.
I watched
this
nothing
is also one
beyond
of
the
those
Super
ones
Bowl
that
commercial.
I haven't done, because you know all the YouTubes with the deep dives and breaking down the trailers. I've been like, nope, not looking at it. Don't need to look at it.
This
don't
little
need to pay
fella
attention
is
to
like
it.
is my guy, and like I don't want to know.
I don't want to know either. I like going to the movies
I
completely
go in there and I want to
cold.
find out it's awesome on my own. I don't need anyone else telling me he's awesome. I already know he's awesome.
What's going on?
Can't hear you that far away from the mic, Mark.
I already know he's awesome. I'm petting his head.
All right.
It's like the Batman movies. Like I know you don't like to know anything about the Batman movies.
No, I don't want to know anything.
You know they're making a second one for some reason, but whatever.
I love the first.
What?
Yes, they've already announced
The
making a
Flash
second
or the? Oh no, you talk about the Batman.
No, well, yeah, sparkly Batman.
You're
He is not sparkly
the Batman.
He'll always be
sir.
sparkly
It's
Batman
the
to me,
Batman.
Brian.
Well, anyway,
He'll always be sparkly Batman to me.
I love that movie.
I
I'm
do
excited
think-
for
I do
the
think
second
it's
one. I'm
interesting
excited
they're
for
doing
the
the Crow.
Penguin show. That's what I'm really excited. for.
I do think it's interesting they're going with the Crow. Not the Crow, the Scarecrow.
Scarecrow, yeah. But before that, we'll get that awesome Superman movie that everyone's talking about.
I'm excited for that. That should be good.
Each their own.
You're such negative Nancy. You haven't seen it yet. We don't know. I have no. Right now,
I've seen
James Gunn
photos
has not done anything
of
bad in
the
my
outfits of some of the characters, and it's a little bit suspect.
Mark, I hate to tell you.
Nathan Fillion as
Nathan
the Green
Fillion's
Lantern
awesome.
looks a little bit weird.
I hate to say, if you saw photos of any of our favorite MCU shows, they all look weird out of context. Like watching Cumberbatch do things. They all look goofy. Then you watch it and you're amazed.
That's the outfit though, like the hair and everything. The whole
Because they went full
thing
cartoon.
is very cartoony.
They went full
looking.
cartoon version with
they are based
Hal
off
Jordan.
cartoons.
But you
All
know,
right.
Actually, they're based off
Let's-
comic books. Thank you very much.
Let's hold and wait until.
All right, we're already 47 minutes in.
I
We got to
know.
get into the big topic.
You
Acolyte
got you
wrestling.
two are like.
It's been a week.
it's
We've
been,
had a lot
it's
of
been
time.
a week, Brian. It's been a
We've
week.
off. This is what happens when you give us a week off.
Oh my god! All right,
You're not allowed to have vacations.
all right. Let's real quick. I'm gonna give my thoughts on Acolyte episode 6 and 7.
We're giving this 5 minutes, not even. Let's just
Yeah,
get this
I'm
over
gonna
with.
give my thought, and I'm gonna be done. You can give your thought.
Yeah.
We're done. We're going into wrestling. The only thing I care about this year is wrestling. That's all I care about.
All right.
It was a cool fight. Cool.
All right. Acolyte episode 6 and 7. 6, CW, Thirst Trap, Sith, dumb. Episode 7, I was like, we predicted everything that happened. There was no big surprises or reveals, but we actually saw the opposite. We actually saw what really happened, but it
We
was
saw
really
Wookiee
dumb.
fight.
Yes.
It was really dumb that Soul, whatever your name is, couldn't just force grab the two kids, but had to grab the bridge. It made no sense. And like stone catches on fire. They didn't really
It was
tell
the
us
wiring.
about that. There's no wiring. It's in stone.
There's wiring in the stone.
It's dumb. The show
Insulation does
is
burn,
not
Brian.
for me at all. It's not for me. And if you love it, awesome. Me, this is probably one of the worst shows. This makes Yellowstone look like high art. So
So you might think that's like high praise, because
Yellowstone is one of the worst shows I've ever seen.
well, not if you're a mom over 40 or Matt Ryan.
Yellowstone's bad.
Matt Ryan loves him some Yellowstone.
Oh, God.
Mom loved
So
Yellowstone.
She did.
this is
It was more
probably
Kevin Costner though.
Yeah.
this is probably one of the worst Star Wars shows, in my opinion, and it's very CW because how does the Sith go from killing all your friends to I'm going to be bathing naked and you're going to fall in love with me? I just murdered everybody you grew up
He
with.
didn't murder anybody. Her sister did.
You didn't watch the episode when he literally had a fight and he snapped that guy's neck and he stabbed
those people.
He literally
Yeah,
killed
Mark, you
everybody
weren't thinking
she
he was-
grew up
yeah.
with,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden she's like, "I'm checking out your old lightsaber. Hey,
Let me put on your
now."
mask.
That episode, if we weren't doing it for the show, I would have stopped because it was horrible. None of it made sense. These characters do not
It's
make
manipulation,
sense.
Brian.
There's the thing of with the show that
The writing is bad.
the writing looks
Horrible.
like chat GPT did it or something like that. It's that like wooden,
Very disconnected.
very disconnected. The story itself has it could have been good, but it's so hodgepodge.
And predictable.
Not even predictable.
Oh, it's so
just like,
predictable.
There's no thing. There's I don't know how to say something that doesn't have like it's so obvious that you don't have to predict it. It's just obvious that it's like
It's not predictable. It's like, oh, yeah.
it's formulaic.
Yeah.
Is what it is.
Yes, but
it's very.
That's what predictable
like-
means. Like the fact that first
But this is
episode
even
we
more-
predicted
it's-
everything going
but
through
this
the
is
whole
just
thing.
like so bad that it's like the person that put this show together had never seen Star Wars, but knew that there were lightsabers and that the Jedi wore robes, and like Wookiees were tall and furry, and that was the extent
Yeah.
of the knowledge that she has.
Okay.
This show has made me. It makes you hate the Jedi, and it makes the Wookiee like. I'll say this: the show has good fight sequences going for it. That's it.
Can I just before
That's
we even get
about
to
it.
that? The Padawan being mind melded made sense. Not trained, doesn't have the skills, should be able to be controlled very easily. The fact that the Jedi Master, who supposedly is like the
Well-
highest of highest level Jedi Masters that the group has,
no.
can be like
you're
instantly
confusing.
taken.
He wasn't a master. He was just a Jedi.
But he's like a high-ranking Jedi.
No, he's not.
yes.
The
He's
only
not like some just
high-ranking-
random guy that
No, I'm
just
just
flies
saying the
around
only
with
high
him.
ranking was not Carrie-Ann Moss.
Whatever. It doesn't matter. The fact that the regular Jedi is able to just be possessed that quickly and
I
without
agree
anyone else
there.
noticing it.
I do agree there. I'm just saying he wasn't a master.
Whatever. It just was just
All right.
the explanation episode of what really happened just made it even more annoying that the show is still going on.
My thing with this is, how bad was it before this? Because they redid stuff. This
They
has been
did.
re-edited.
That's the scary
and-
part is that they rewrote
Yeah,
this whole thing
that's
at least
that's
once.
my thing is
so
how
it's like
bad
how
was
bad
it
was it
first?
beforehand? And this is the compromise of, well, let's just get this out so we can get it over with.
Well, I don't know. I mean, before vacation, I know your baseline was at a 1, and mine I was like, it's all right. It's like a 5 or 6. It stayed there, but after that episode 6, it's a 1.
6 made no sense.
6 was horrible. A 7 was
The fact
okay.
that
At least I get more
the fact
information.
that OSHA is with Thirst Trap Boy is okay. That's fine. But
No.
why would he be like just taking care of her and nursing her back to health?
She puts the helmet on.
No, this is
No,
she was at the end of the
the
episode.
only
yes,
thing
but
I
he's
can think of
before
is
seducing
that-
her to the dark side. That's what he's doing.
But it's like-
that's the thing. That's the only thing I can
So
think of.
he's just
Is he thinks she's more powerful?
well, they're thinking
Yes.
like they're like I sense that their thought process is that his only objective is he wants an acolyte, and that's all this is about. Hence why the show is called The Acolyte, because that's all he needs. That's all he wants is an acolyte. So the impetus of this thing is going to be either one of them is going to become his acolyte, or someone's
no,
going to
it's
become
going
his
to be
acolyte.
her because she put the helmet on.
It doesn't mean it's going to be her. It could be the other sister.
No,
Who
the other
knows?
sister is now like. Of course, they had to not show us when Soul's like, "I need to tell you something," and then we go back to
I
her.
have a feeling.
Put the
I have
helmet
a
on.
feeling, Brian. This episode is him telling the other sister what happened,
Yes.
or at least what he thinks happened.
Who
because
knows?
if you
I-
watch,
Well, the thing is, like
if you watch the first one, the first flashback, and this, there's stuff that don't match up. at
yeah,
all.
but they're not going to give us a
But they're not-
flashback episode for
they're
the
not-
very
so
last
the thing
one.
is
We've
like
already
this was
got
gonna,
it.
so
no, I'm
this
saying
past
this
episode
flashback compared to the other flashback.
makes whatever Saul says makes no like whatever he says to May isn't going to make any sense because all she has to rebut is why'd you save my sister and not me?
Yeah, and he's like, I need
the other
to
thing
tell
is
your
why'd you
friends."
kill my mom?
Yeah.
Because
Well,
she
also-
saw
like-
that.
May, how come you flip-flop every freaking 10 minutes?
Yeah.
I want to kill the Jedi. I want to turn myself in. I want to save my sister. I want to kill the Jedi again.
That's the other thing is, Brian, if you watch this, she even screws up her own mom's things.
Oh, I know.
Saying, oh, we have to sacrifice yourself. When her mom didn't even say you have to sacrifice yourself. You have to give up something of yourself. And that's what I mean, is there's so much conjecture and screwed up. Like,
if they made the show...
The two flashbacks show that no one knows what's going on.
What this show shows is that you can't try to fit an hour-long show into 30 minutes.
Well,
which is what this show tried to do.
This show should not...
This show, either by budgetary restraints, even though it had like $180 million budget, whatever it was.
Huge
some
budget.
crazy budget, whatever it was. But you can definitely tell they didn't spend the budget on writing and blocking and producing or anything. It was all spent on special effects.
It was sets and special effects.
Sets and all this other stuff. So, if anything, this shows in the future for Disney, you can't cheap out on the content. You can cheap out on the special effects a little bit. You can cut back on the different types of aliens you have. You can cut back on all the other stuff, but you can't cut back on is good writing and good storytelling. And this show has neither. Neither has good writing, nor does it have good storytelling.
Oh,
what this so much told me?
Do stuff.
No,
it just does things.
It's no characters.
There's no through line to any of these things. There's no connection between the characters. Like the fact that Daphne Keene's character dies and Yord gets killed, I don't care.
Yeah.
I did not care that
Killing
they died.
off
No,
those
I didn't
people
either.
I have
actually
no
ruined it
emotion
for
about
me.
them dying.
No emotion about anybody.
Kill-
I have no
killing off
emotion if
them-
this episode, if everyone in the show, if the universe were to implode on itself in this last episode,
They're all going to die.
I would just like, cool.
Honestly, though, killing
don't
off
care.
those two people made me so disinterested after that. Like, I was like, why? Why would you kill off the
Because they're side
interesting
characters,
people?
so that's what they were.
I know, but they were the only interesting side characters. Like,
Yeah, it just...
you killed off the people that made me want to watch the show, and then it's like... So then I was watching it after going, okay, why does it matter anymore? Other people, all these people can be wiped off, and it won't matter anymore.
Yeah. It's like the
'Cause
show...
it's like it's done.
And also
It's
the
like-
thing, too, is the pacing of this show is so disjointed. Like, all this stuff that we saw with, like, at the beginning of that season, where Carrie-Anne Moss gets killed, and whatever the other random Jedi Padawan guy gets killed. Like, those episodes shouldn't have been episodes 1 and 2.
No.
Or whatever they were. They should have been, like, these episodes that we just saw this past week with this other telling of what really happened should have been the second episode of the series. The very first one should have been the first, like, flashback where they show what supposedly happened. Like, and then show the thing where she goes to Kofar. Like, she should have went after the Wookiee first. And then that would have launched the story of what happened for real.
The Wookiee thing was lame.
But that's the thing. There's like no real storytelling to the show. It's just like
it's just random events.
Like they just like threw like Post-it notes on the wall, and whenever they landed in order, that's what the episode order was.
I agree. It's bad.
It just
not
doesn't
good
make
at
any
all.
sense.
Which
is crazy too, because the person that did this like has done stuff before that was somewhat decent.
Russian Doll was amazing.
Yeah.
But this
Just
show,
because someone made one good show doesn't mean that they're good at everything.
I'm not saying that, but I gave the person the benefit of the doubt because Russian Doll was good.
Yeah.
But anyway, this just shows you nailed it. Also, when you don't care about any of the characters, you just don't care about how the show ends.
You also can't just slap Star Wars on something and have it be like watchable.
Now, I think this show would have been better if you take the twins out because of the worst part
It
of
would
the
have
show.
been better if you didn't call it a Star Wars show.
If the show was about Soul and the Sith,
I think the problem is where it's centered.
That could have been more interesting.
Yeah.
And not these twins. These twins characters, the fact that they're flip-flopping, now they switch places, now the good one's going to go bad, and the bad one's going to go
one
good.
kid and not two, you'd been fine.
It was dumb.
If you had them, even if you had them not be twins, but had to be like two sisters of different ages, Like an older and younger
Well,
sister.
and
rid of
then
them
That'd have been
completely.
different.
The problem is they're trying to stick to the duality or the
Yeah, they're trying to force
divergence
it
or
too
whatever
much.
they called it.
Yeah.
And it's you're centering it on something that would have been interesting, but I think they should have done this last episode first to establish stuff. But once you start you went into modern story first,
Yeah.
and you lost interest in everything else.
Yeah, the other thing that
Whereas-
they should just do is learn to read the room and realize the fact that no Star Wars fans gives a flying hoot about midichlorian count and never bring it up again because that's not how Jedis are discovered. But that's a whole other story for a different time.
Well, that's
But at least-
part of
but
the
at least-
lore, and they didn't even say midichlorian. They just
No,
said
it was
M. They just
yeah,
it was
said
that's
more-
what they
it was
don't. They
more
stopped
that they
saying
were the
midichlorian, but
realize
now
they're
it's called
clones.
M count.
Yeah.
But the show is just nonsensical. I can't wait till
But
it's
again,
over. It's gonna be over tomorrow.
Save
Thank
money,
God.
use volume.
Yeah,
If they used the volume, they would have saved so much more money.
yeah. And put that money towards the writing and the
Yeah.
producing.
I want Star Wars shows to be good.
Anyways,
And this is
episode
not
6
it.
and 7, Brian. What do you rate them?
Oh, 6 gave me a hard 1.
Brian.
Did it?
Brian.
It did.
A
I bet it
hard
did.
1.
I bet it did.
7. After 6, I just don't care. I don't
You
care
got
about
a
the
limp,
show.
a limp 0.
A limp 0. I'm at 0
Seven
with
on
this
its
show.
own would have been okay. 7 on its own was an interesting show.
I will
but
say it
everything
gave
else
the
is just
information
awful.
I needed. And, the fight stuff was
You
fun.
you had a Wookiee with a lightsaber, so that kind of boosted up to at least a 1 in my book. But
But I would have just stopped watching
I gave
this
6.
after the
I
last
give
one.
6 a 0 and 7 a 1.
Yeah.
Only because of the Wookiee with a lightsaber.
Yeah, I go there. I just think the storytelling is bad.
Yeah.
So it's like I have no investment at
Yeah.
all.
But now on to the important stuff,
Yeah.
Brian.
Yeah, let's get out of this hole.
Yes.
Wrestling, yay!
Yay.
The WWE held Money in the Bank a couple weeks
Things
ago.
that make Brian happy
Favorite
now.
part of the week, Mondays and Fridays.
Yes.
Money in the Bank
Money in the Bank
was
happened.
amazing.
And Brian,
Brian,
had
you're not
quite
watching
the
NXT
weekend.
yet?
Dude.
Wait till it comes
I'm
to
go-
the CW, then you'll really be into it.
I will try, but let's worry about what we got.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of that, though, the WWE news with Netflix? Did you see that?
I don't know what you're talking about, so how would I know that?
Everything's going to be on Netflix.
Oh, everywhere but here.
Yeah.
Yes, everywhere. Peacock's
They
But
said
it's
that when it
weird.
first happened.
Yeah,
That was
we
the
know
thing.
that. We
No,
know.
but like they even said that PLEs will be on there
Yes.
too.
Yeah,
for
everywhere,
everybody.
in 80% of the world, it's
Yeah.
going to be that. And in America
Peacock.
and Canada, it's going to be
Because Peacock is only in
Peacock.
America.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Until that
Until that contract's
deal
done with,
expires,
probably.
then it's going all the way over.
All
to
right, let's worry
Netflix.
about. Let's waste.
But that's another time.
We'll worry about that some
Yeah,
other
it's
day.
down the road.
We got to get into our Money in the Bank results.
Yes. Someone in the group had a perfect sheet,
Not me.
and it was neither I or Brian or Joshua.
Well, oh yeah. All right.
Brian had a perfect sheet by picking the Bloodline to win, picking Sami Zayn to win, Tiffany Stratton to win, Drew McIntyre to win, and Damian Priest to win.
Yeah, it was clean sweep, baby.
Brian also did get points for picking that. That Drew would cash in at Money in the Bank against Damian,
But then,
but he did not pick that he would not.
right, I got the venue.
If you would listen, if you had probably picked after me, you would have said no,
I know,
and you would have
I know.
gotten the full.
You're right.
20 points, but you didn't.
Just like McIntyre, I could not. I don't. I mess it
Couldn't
up.
finish your
You just
story,
can't
Brian.
finish your
Drew,
story.
You couldn't
I
finish
can't. I'm
your
like
story.
Drew. My hopes are get destroyed because of MC Punk,
Yes.
CM Punk there. But so
I, on the other hand, have put. I passed this out. I don't know if I put it in the group chat,
No.
but I definitely. I think I mentioned it to Brian. I think I should still get 2 points for my cash in
one.
on the person that they got cashed in on, because he did technically cash in on Seth as well as Damian, even though Seth wasn't the
But
champion.
that's what I was going to ask you about.
So I think I should at least get 2
because
points.
it was in the middle of the match, right?
Yes.
So technically,
He cashed in on both of them.
but no, because it would have been Damien, because Damien is the champion.
Yeah, Damien is the
I
champion.
know,
It
but
was
Seth
in
was in
that
the match, though.
Yes, but you're not cashing in on Seth because it
Right.
doesn't matter. Seth doesn't have the champion.
Seth didn't win it yet.
I still think I
Right.
should get 2 points.
No.
Seth was
no,
there.
No. Because it would, if Seth had
It
won
really
it,
wouldn't matter of anything. but
Right.
Yeah,
whatever.
Josh is right. If Seth got the champion, you're right, but he didn't.
Yeah.
There was that botched moment though when they
I mean,
counted
technically,
wrong.
Seth was the champion when he cashed in. That was another thing. I
But
was
he
gonna
had
say.
it. He took down.
It didn't
Priest.
officially get called that.
so
Yeah.
it's not
But-
official, Mark.
It's not unofficially.
Yeah, but it's not
champion.
official.
It's not official.
Not official,
Yes.
Mark.
But there was a botch.
That
moment.
was
yes.
a botch and a botch.
Because Damien got knocked out.
I almost wonder if that's the reason why the stipulation was dropped. You know, that Seth can't go for
Well,
while
they shook
Damien has it.
hands and they said,
Because remember now
Yeah,
that
it's just weird.
Yeah.
It's a whole weird thing.
yeah.
Josh had a very bad night. He did not pick.
I had an
anybody.
awful night. It
He
was my
picked either
worst.
of the.
I think the
main
only thing I
events.
got right was Bloodline and Sammy.
No, you also got Damien. You
Did I
picked
get? Oh yeah,
Damien.
right, I did get Damien.
Your cash in, of course, didn't get any points.
All my cash-ins are dead.
Yes,
Wow.
yes. His
Yeah.
man's cash in is dead.
Yeah.
His woman cash in is still available.
Who's your woman? Cashin?
Uh,
Pick Valkyrie,
Well,
yes.
but I could still get
You still get the cash in.
who cashes in where.
Yes, because he thinks she's going to cash in at Battle in Berlin. So that's technically still a thing.
I still have the option to get points, but
Yes,
not.
you still have the option, but not against the person that you can't get the full
Correct.
the full points. Now going to the overall standings after Series 1 of Season 1 is completed. Josh has 40 points. He was leading at going into Money in the Bank. He is now third. I have 49 points.
Like I said, Money in the Bank can screw everybody.
Yes, he can. And Brian
no
is
way.
leading the way with 51 points.
No way.
Yes. You have an 8-point lead right
wow.
now.
Right now.
Yes.
Wow. That is awesome.
Wow.
Wow. That is cool. And also,
And doesn't Brian still have options left with Money in the Bank?
yes,
Yes,
my
so is the
women
women's,
is
his women
Tiffany
still going.
Stratton, and it's going to be against
He's saying at SummerSlam.
SummerSlam, and it's going to be up against
Against Bailey, spelled wrong, even though it's spelled above on the piece of paper that he could.
What are you talking
Brian!
about? Let me see.
You spelled Bailey incorrectly. Baily. It's not how you spell Bailey, but that's okay.
Well, let me see.
It's not on the
How'd
paper,
you
she-
spell it on the thing?
She didn't
B
wrestle
A
on that show.
L E
but
L Y.
It's Bayley.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
B A Y
I
L E Y, not
apologize.
B A I.
You spelled
Well,
like the alcohol.
The alcohol. Well, thanks for pointing
And you
that
said
out.
yes,
Okay.
that she would succeed.
So,
Oh,
but
so-
you didn't
we're coming
count-
up on SummerSlam.
Which is 2 weeks away.
So if for some reason she does not do it at SummerSlam, then Brian's bonus is null. and
Right, but
void.
that's me.
But-
you haven't counted any of his cash-in points, right?
For the
No.
men's, I did, yes.
yeah.
No, but I'm saying, but for the women's, you haven't.
No, that only happens when you
Yeah,
cash
when
in.
it
right. So he
happens.
still has potential for more points.
Yes.
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 Because right now,
Only Brian and I have potential for full
Right.
20-point.
now
cash
yours
in.
is Tiffany, right?
I have it.
But it's a
yes.
random,
I have her cashing in on a SmackDown,
which almost happened this past Friday.
which almost happened this past week.
And I kind of feel like
And it almost, I wouldn't have gotten the full vote because she was going to cash in on Bailey. And if she would have succeeded, then I would have gotten those points as
because
well.
Bailey was laid
So
out.
then I would have been,
Oh, poor
I'd have
Mark.
been leading.
Because
that club.
Nia, I really feel like she's using Nia Jax to get
Well, we all know what's going on there.
to get what she needs.
Yes.
And I kind of just, it's very reminiscent of
Yes.
Chad Gable and Sami Zayn. Sami and Chad worked together to beat Gunther, and then now they're enemies.
Yes.
And I kind of feel like Tiffany is very smart by using
Yes.
Nia Jax as her muscle.
Yes.
And when she won, I will say, Money at the Bank, the women's Money in the Bank was the highlight of the night. Theirs was, in my opinion, the
It
best.
was a spot fest. It was just
Oh,
crazy.
I loved it. The men's was very predictable, but also
That's always how it usually
it
works.
was very straightforward.
One's very light and not crazy.
You know what was
The other one is just off the chain.
You know what was really humorous when the women started,
Hugh
and
Morris?
everybody just ran towards the ladders,
Yes.
and
Chelsea was
Chelsea
in the
was
ring
just
bar,
like, and they played into the fact that she was afraid of heights,
Yes.
and then they set the tables up. I'm
Yes.
like, oh, is it gonna fall on the tables?
Yes.
What I do like is that
It was
you
great.
can't tell usually what if the women's match or the men's match is going to be that way.
Yeah.
It's been switching back and forth.
Yeah, it does.
But not
It-
consistently
yeah.
recently,
Yeah.
which I like, because usually the women sometimes a women's match can be but recently the women's ladder matches have been really good.
That was,
Yeah.
and the fact that they had the men's first, I was like, Drew McIntyre, because they're having it first, so he can cash in
at the end
later.
of the night, yeah.
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 Also, we have the big announcement with John Cena came out and he basically said
He's retiring in the end of
WrestleMania
2032 or whatever it's going to be.
Next WrestleMania is
No.
his last.
Well, no,
WrestleMania.
no.
End of next year.
He says he's
No,
going
he said
to
it's
retire.
going to be his last
No,
WrestleMania.
He said that's
said
his last
yes.
WrestleMania,
Yeah.
but he's
It's
still
his
going
last
to wrestle
WrestleMania.
through the rest of that year.
Yeah, this year.
No.
Into next year.
Through 2025, he's going to wrestle.
It made it sound like WrestleMania is his last.
No,
one.
no, Brian.
No, he said that'll be his last WrestleMania that he will compete at.
2025
Yes.
will be
There's
his
still
last
going to be shows
WrestleMania.
after that he's going to be on
Right.
through the end of 2025.
All right, so he's ending it. He's retiring
Yes.
next year.
Next
Yeah,
year
a
he's
year and a half
retiring.
from now.
Yes. So it makes it a big thing. It's like a retirement tour.
Yeah,
it's like
as soon as he
this.
came out and showed the towel, I said declare. I'm like, oh, well, now we're going to have to deal with John Cena for another year and a half.
But the
I
best,
like
the best,
John Cena.
Did
I
you,
do too,
Did you,
but
did
it's
you
just-
see that after though the press conference?
It's like one of those
CM
guys
Punk
that's
goes,
like-
he's not retiring. He's going to retire, and then in like 3 years he's going to pull him out of retirement.
No, I don't think that's going to
Well,
He's got a new job on the Bear.
he's
Sammy Fack.
he's literally on it for not even a couple of minutes.
That was one of the best episodes.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, I like John Cena a lot, and I thought that was really cool. And yeah, so we get the. I mean, the last time I saw him wrestle was at Royal Rumble, and he lost. No,
it was Crown Jewel.
pay-per-view event
Or
last
King
year.
of Queen, yeah.
He
Crown Jewel, I
lost,
think.
and I was like, man,
Against Solo.
that can't be his last match.
No.
So I'm excited to have a year of John Cena.
Year of Cena.
You can't see him.
Can't.
And it's funny. I've been going down the rabbit hole. I've been going on
The Cena hole?
the YouTube page, watching like highlights of different stuff.
Have you been getting into
Yes.
the Wyatt stuff?
The same jorts?
I'm going to watch the Wyatt documentary that's on Peacock.
There you go. That's a good idea.
This week. I'm very excited.
Yes.
Oh, and that was great. The video was great. And then when they opened up, what's his name?
Pierce's office?
Yes, and he's just standing there. I'm like,
Sitting there, yeah.
that was so well done.
Yeah.
That was such
That's
a
what
good
I mean is,
shot.
Brian,
Oh
once
my
you
god,
start-
I was like,
Once you start getting into the Wyatt stuff
Yeah.
and like all that, all this stuff is like just icing on the cake
Oh.
of the
And
Wyatt.
then Monday night, we had the return of Your Mommy.
oh,
and that
my
mommy-
god. Let's talk about that.
I feel like I just
before
have
we
to, like,
get
just
into that,
set you
before
up
we get
and just
into
let
that,
you go.
Oh,
before we get into that, Pat finally was there to receive the tape.
Yes,
and
yes,
his
yes.
reaction
Yeah.
to it was just,
Yeah.
no, Cole, you get it. I don't want
Yeah.
no.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to touch that again.
Yeah.
So
But yeah.
finally we get Liv Morgan and
Dom.
Dominic doing a mixed tag team match up against his dad.
Oh, come on.
and,
As soon as they
what's her
announced
name?
that,
Zelina
as soon
Vega.
as
Yeah,
they
Zelina
announced the
Vega.
mixed tag, I'm like, oh, this is happening.
I
It
like
is. Mommy's coming back just
Oh.
because.
So
Well, Damien warned him. There's consequences to your actions.
we knew this was going to happen, but
The only thing better.
at the very end, she jumps on him. They win, and they're about to kiss, which
Oh,
she
come on.
kissed him already, but they were like nose to nose, and we already had
The
later
only-
in that show
Don't do the teleprompter.
the stretching,
Stuff.
and then they're all popping their head. They're like friends. They all popping their heads out,
Yeah.
going, "What's going
oh,
on there?"
come on, JD.
And Carlo,
Carlito.
Carlito goes,
Something was
something's hard right there.
Yeah.
They're like, "Oh, come on, man."
It was such 90s
Oh,
WWE.
dude, it was like someone on Reddit
You
posted.
guys didn't even be here? You guys just go on your own, the two of you.
This is how I feel when you guys go off about something. So anyway, it was like the Friends episode when they catch Monica and Chandler kissing for the
Yes.
first time. Anyway, So we knew this was gonna happen, dude. As soon as that music hit, holy hell! I watched that fight.
Did you flip out?
I watched it like 5 times. I loved it. It was so good. I
Like,
think
Mommy's home.
the cameraman messed up though. He gets in the stage and he whips around because they cut to him too quick and they didn't catch it. So she said it twice to him.
When he's the cameraman climbing into the ring.
They cut to it and it was like, what is this guy doing? This is a big moment, buddy. Get on top of it. But like,
happens.
man, so good, so good. And he's like, he does the, oh, give me a hug, and she just like pushes him away and takes off.
Yeah.
And
The one
she's
thing
back
I do
tonight.
have to say though,
She's opening the show.
the camera angles have been like the directing and production
Oh, it's been top
has
notch.
been so much better.
It's been fantastic.
I do like how they're doing the camera from the corner instead of from the center of the ring.
Yeah.
It just looks like, I don't know if it's just Triple H or if production
They have a whole new
themselves
production guy.
is so much it's so much better.
Kevin
Yeah.
Dunn used to be the zoom rapid zooms.
3-second Kevin.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Quick cuts.
It's been good. I've enjoyed it a lot. But man, it's funny enough, Friday, I watch Friday's show usually Saturday morning. I end up watching it Sunday morning. This could make fun of me. I'm setting you up to make fun of me. Yet again, Saturday night,
Seriously, every time you open your mouth.
I go to bed and I'm having dreams about wrestling. And I'm like, it's because I haven't watched it.
You got withdrawals.
I'm withdrawals. So I watch it Sunday morning. But man,
Also, Claire had a weird dream a couple nights ago where I was like in a movie or something, but it was like a action movie, and someone it was like a horror action thing, and the villain, it was like some girl or something. It was like a ghost, like ominous thing, but like we got into a tussle because Claire was trying to go out to like warn somebody about it, and so I dove on the person to like save Claire, and they had a knife and they like stabbed me in my side of my foot. Like right on the side, like of your foot, like that kind of thing. And I woke up from that, and I felt like my foot hurt.
that's
So
weird.
it's like one of those weird things, and like I have like a weird thing now.
You had
all
the dream?
I did.
Oh,
Then the whole rest of the day, I had like a weird thing, like with my foot, like thinking that there was like being stabbed in the foot, and then like, ugh.
I thought you were gonna tell me that you broke your foot in your dream. I was like, no, Mark,
no.
please, God, no.
No, we had the weird thing where I was telling Claire how I was like, I'm thinking about getting back into playing golf again because that used to be something me and my dad used to do, and I haven't played since he passed and all that. So I'm like, well, I'm thinking about it, and she's like, really? I was like, yeah. She's like, that's strange. I'm like, why is that strange? She's like, I literally had a dream last night that you were golfing. I was like, ooh. I'll be in the other room.
It's getting weird.
It's awkward. But yeah.
Well, that's something.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I had dreams about wrestling, and you had dreams about someone stabbing your foot.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That's good. I'm gonna stay away from that.
You probably
Anyway,
should.
anyway, in my opinion, Josh, take my camera. Not
Getting serious.
Talk about production. Jeez, you know.
not to get political, but that was the biggest thing of the week. Rhea Ripley showing back up, tops
It's
it all.
not really getting political. It's just
I know. I'm making a joke.
being bad at things.
I'm making a joke. Anyway,
It wasn't even a good joke. That was like Acolyte level joke.
I'm just saying it was, but the best thing of the week.
It was like Acolyte writing.
Yeah, it was. Anyway, man, oh man,
But
we're on fire.
If
WWE's on
If it
fire.
was Acolyte writing, you would have to have your shirt off. It'd be like waist deep in water
Right, with my
with
dong,
your back turned around to me and being like,
ding-a-ling,
"No,
hanging
that
out,
was the best thing of the
I
week."
said to say the worst part about that whole scene,
everything.
her looking down. It's like, do you really need her going?
She came with the once over. I mean, nothing
That's
wrong with
fine. That's fine. You know what the worst thing about the whole scene is?
It was on.
The scene.
He literally killed all your childhood friends, and then she's just like, well, you know,
Yeah, you're pretty hot.
you're pretty hot.
Got a
It's
big
all-
dick.
It's all cool. It's all
Yeah.
cool.
You got a big
All right.
dong. I'll be fine with it.
Anyway,
WWE is cranking.
SmackDown,
Dude.
Hartford, December 13th. Tickets go on sale this
man.
Wednesday.
Brian's excited, everybody.
I'm excited because
You're excited.
I'm excited. You told me we could be seat fillers, and that didn't come to fruition.
It didn't work out, yeah.
But also, honestly, with that, your first show should be a show, and you go
Yes.
to it, not doing anything else,
Yes.
because you won't feel the
Yeah,
because
feel excitement.
Mark and I did that after we went to our first shows.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, we helped at the event.
All right, so I'm going to say it's going to be the four of us. My brother,
Oh, probably, yeah.
the four of us. Okay.
Are you going to handle getting the tickets?
I will look into it, yes.
Because you're better at the being up.
You're better at that stuff.
being up early and doing things.
Well, I already signed up, but I'm part of the WWE club now.
Well, Brian, the other thing is, if I get a pre-sale notification from the XL Center because I'm on their
Yes.
mailing list,
Yes.
I'll give it to you.
Okay. What? You make fun of me, but you're just as...
I'm not into it as much as you are. I don't think anyone I know is into it as much as you are.
Oh, what are you talking about? You see all the fans? They're all into it.
I know, but
No,
I'm saying
no.
if you're
What are you
like
talking about?
that I know of personally.
Yeah.
You are the biggest wrestling fan I know of,
I'm-
which is funny as hell to me
I'm head deep into it.
because you literally
I
were
love it.
like
we talked
3 years
about
ago.
this. We
we're
talked about it.
nowhere near.
I started watching the PLEs
Honestly,
last year.
Yeah.
And you know what it is?
You've dove head into the water.
I was actually thinking about this on vacation. Why I've fallen in love with wrestling so much.
There's no other good television on TV.
There's great television, but that could be something.
Lack of good storytelling.
But I was thinking about this. This is just my opinion. I don't really know
The
how
world's slowly crumbling around us.
well that.
You know, the usual stuff.
Growing up, I was always like someone who gravitated towards more underground, more like counterculture stuff. So I was really into late night MTV. I was really into late night Cartoon Network, which was Adult Swim. I was really into stuff that was off the beaten path. And then I realized we don't got. There's not much
There's
of
no
that anymore.
counterculture right now.
There's no counterculture.
There is
And
no
I'm like,
alt stuff anymore.
but I'm
Yeah.
like, wrestling is it.
Yeah.
And there is just something really entertaining to me. The characters are really interesting. The people are really interesting. And I like the stories. I don't have to like every story happening. I
Yeah.
can pick and choose. But to me, it is like the counterculture
Yeah.
that I loved growing up. And we don't have that anymore. And this is kind of it
Yeah.
for me. That comics is counterculture still. There's a lot of, and I'm not talking about DCMC,
I heard
Marvel.
Conan was getting really good.
Yes, Conan's been
I heard
fantastic.
about it from Matt Ryan all last week while you were not around, so he couldn't bother you with it.
Well,
So I had to hear about it.
I get
I'm
to
like,
see him at the show. So
It is sort of interesting how wrestling is popular, but still not popular. Like,
people
it's
don't
weird how
talk
it's like
about it.
It's weird because like it's making tons of money
Yes.
and tons of people are watching it, but
Yes.
it still seems
Yes.
off.
It's still
The-
it's
you know.
still something people don't talk about as much. But you know what? I don't care. I love it. I
No,
think
I'm
it's
just
a
saying
lot
it's
of fun.
it's weird how
It's that weird thing
it's
where
the only
wrestling-
like
yeah.
alt thing but it's not alt.
Right.
It's not. It's very mainstream, and it's just people don't realize that it's as mainstream as they think it is.
Right.
Because if you look at like when celebrities pop up at these different events and stuff like that, and you realize like, oh my gosh, this person likes wrestling. Oh my gosh, that person likes wrestling.
Dude, what does from Hamilton was there?
Yeah. So it's like
Manuel.
Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Yeah, he was there. Like
Yeah.
was that Money in the Bank
I don't remember.
I can't
or
remember.
Money at Raw?
Monday Night Raw maybe.
Because he had an LLWO shirt
Yeah.
on.
So I mean, there's a lot of people that like wrestling that they just don't talk about it.
Right.
But this is what I mean.
It's
It's
not
like,
something you like talk about. Like it's not like football where you can like wear like a jersey
Yeah.
and people know you're into football.
Right.
It's like you're not gonna wear like a wrestling T-shirt to
I-
work.
No, yeah.
But I mean, saying it's like
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
like it's like
Yeah.
you're not like a it's
it's
kind of a weird thing.
because
Yeah.
of what it is. You're not wearing like a Patriots shirt or like
Yeah.
uh, hats or stuff. That stuff you reserve for like
Going to the
when you go
events,
to the
yeah.
venues
Yeah.
or when you're going to a bar with your buddies to watch.
Well, there's also the thing too of it. It's not like I was surprised like after Money in the Bank watching the news. I was flipping through, and CNN was on, and on the bottom line of the ticker had that John Cena was retiring.
Yeah.
I was like, "What? CNN's covering this?" Because there's
Well,
that
it's
weird
still
thing
big
too. If
news.
it's like, it's not like you don't have like your ESPNs and your different networks, like your major networks, like covering events.
Yeah.
like
But
you don't
that's the
get
thing
like
is
on your
they've
local
started
news
to.
report. You don't get like,
Yeah.
oh, the results from Money in the Bank are in, and so and so won in this. Where like football or any other big sports,
Yeah.
if there's no like local team to attach to either. So
And the
it's
fact that also, I like watching it. Also, the production, like you and me, production,
Yes.
watching the stuff that happens behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Also, to see if their faces when they crack, sometimes
Yes.
it's very entertaining. But the production, the fact that they do a show twice a week is absolutely insane. And sometimes they're selling out shows in a row,
Plus
which
house
is
shows.
absolutely insane. Yeah, I mean, and then they're overseas doing shows. It is absolutely unbelievable. And you know what?
I also think
it's
I
great.
also think
Yeah.
Bryan going to that Blitzkrieg show
Oh, is it awesome?
really cemented his.
Oh,
This is
I
this.
can't wait.
There's different levels of it being
yeah,
alternate.
yeah.
You know, so
And
wrestling
that
on
is
its own
underground.
is
That
alt,
felt
and
like
then
Supreme
Blitzkrieg
underground.
is
that
alt
felt
alt.
like something
That's
special.
independent. That's
Yeah.
like a really
Yeah,
that's
what I
about
mean.
as-
It's sort of it almost seems like it re-solidified Bryan's thing of this
Yeah.
is popular, but it's also
Yeah.
not.
You're
Yeah.
right. It feels like it's your own little community, it's your own little thing you're
Yeah.
into. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like we saw a couple people there.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people into
Well, then
it,
there's
but it
the
was a small
crossover,
crowd.
too.
It
Yeah.
was awesome.
Yeah.
You know, it was really awesome.
The crossover of, oh well, I know this person from this, and
Right.
I know him
Yeah.
from high
And the
school.
surprises.
yeah.
You know, Paul London being there.
Yeah.
Well, he's talking about like the fans.
The fans as
Yeah.
well. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah. So
That's I
yeah,
was thinking
we got
about
Raw
that this
tonight.
week. Yeah.
Mommy opens up the show.
I'm so this is the day I wish I could watch it live. When Netflix, I'm excited when Netflix has it because I will be trying to watch them live. I work Monday nights, so
Yeah.
But man,
Well, hopefully, like they do, like with Netflix, it's like the HBO Max kind of scenario where, like, as soon as it airs, they like put it up on.
I'm
the
sure
channel.
Peacock's the same way.
Yeah,
as soon as
but like
Money
that
in the
kind
Bank
of thing.
ended,
So like
it's up there.
able to be watched right away. So if
Yeah.
you like miss whatever, you're not jumping in and having to, you know,
Yeah,
because like now, like if you don't have TV, you can't watch the show. So it's like you have to wait till the next day or whatever.
yep. Tomorrow morning at 7, it's right on Hulu.
Yeah.
So I watch it right
So-
in the morning.
So there you go. So we'll be back with all that and more next week. We'll be talking
Acolyte, the final episode.
final episode of Acolyte. We'll give our final grade on that show, which you haven't figured out by now. You should be more paying attention.
The Bear, they'll be
yeah,
finishing
Bear.
the Bear.
Hopefully, I'll get the Bear finished this weekend with Claire. Claire and I watching the Bear. It all rhymes.
Claire
we'll
Bear.
also have our. Don't call her that. She doesn't like it.
That's her. That's
I
Claire's
know,
nickname on the show. Is Claire Bear.
I know. We'll have our preview for Deadpool and Wolverine on Monday.
Wow, how are we gonna do a preview? We want to predict.
We can't do a
anything.
preview
We
if you're
can
not
predict
watching
things.
anything, Mark.
Right.
We can predict things.
I don't.
We
Honestly,
can think
I-
of things we want to see happen.
No, but that's what I'm saying though. Is Mark, if you're not,
We can still say things we want to see happen based off the previous movies, and we have all seen at least one trailer.
Yes.
We can at least put out what
All
our
right.
thoughts,
Okay.
what our
Okay.
random
but to me,
predictions
it's
might
not.
be.
It's not gonna be like our usual in-depth.
No, it won't be like we're not like
Yeah.
putting anything on this.
All right.
It's just
No.
So
like
you want to do a couple
things
predictions.
we want to see happen in this movie.
And then
Okay.
we do is this wrestling as well? Because
What?
No, some are saying it'll be the following week.
Yes, that's
okay,
it.
so
We're
we
gonna
have,
do that in
We
Zoom.
still have one more.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
one oh that's right. One in person,
Yes.
then Zoom. Okay.
Yes.
Just making sure.
Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
We'll be back with all that and more next week. And as always, be safe, be well, and be kind.
And rewind.
Bye, everybody.
Bye bye.
Night, Rocky.
Night.
You son of a bitch.
You son of a bitch. All right, let me get these notes.
You done recording, Josh? Okay.
It's a good show.